My name is Jesse Pierre. I enjoy the movie because I come from a Haitian background. I grew up always being criticized. They always used to tell me we're the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. The teachers used to always say that in public schools. But I started doing research and learned that all of that was a lie. There's a lot of lies they used to tell us. They used to tell us there was nothing, we were nothing. But I'm standing here today as a business person, I own my own food truck, and I'm giving back to my own peoples. I came here to watch this movie because I know what's going on. I'm aware. Be awake, understand what's good, because I've been through that. I've been through the life, the streets, all that. It's fake. Keep it real with yourself. Understand what's going on. Jesse Pierre, Your Mama Wings is a food truck. I gotta put it in. All right. Appreciate it.
Please, let me ask you a few questions. So, growing up here as a Haitian, descendant of Haitian, right? You were born here in America.
I was born here.
Born here. Okay. Now I'm Haitian descendant as well too. How was you received by our other African brothers and sisters? Because what we don't know as African people is that a lot of the denigrating things that were said about Haitian people was stirred up by white people. They would do that in the media. They would, say that Haiti had AIDS. And so when our parents came here, they weren't really accepted by our brothers and sisters throughout the diaspora. So what are some of the things that you personally had happen to you growing up here as a descendant of a Haitian?
I'm telling you straight up, blood raw. Gangs, fights, all that. Living proof. I have cousins that's deported, all because of that. And we was just trying to understand what's going on, but we wasn't accepted by other African Americans at times because I guess they were lost. So we're fighting each other for no reason.
All right. And that's the trick that they like to use. They like to use the divide and conquer tactics. Now, I don't know if the camera can see this, but on the flag, what's the queen that busted down for me? Louis and Viva, how you say it? Right, which means unity is strength. So I'm just going to give you a few examples. A lot of people may talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and how influential it was being the Black Wall Street. But a lot of people don't know, before Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was actually Durham, Haiti, right, which was inspired by the Haitian Revolution, because these people will hear stories about the free Africans in Haiti, and it inspired them to govern and rule over themselves. So before Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was actually Durham, Haiti, which is very influential. Now, here's some of the things if you want to get by the trade embargoes that they briefly talked about in the movie that took place from 1806 to 2003, where Haiti weren't allowed to trade with anybody, right? They blocked them from trading, so that destroyed them economically. This gentleman right here, Benito, was actually a founding father of pan-Africanism. A lot of people don't know about this gentleman right here. He was a founding father. And if you actually go to Africa, I thought I was going to touch on this as well in the movie. In Benin, they have a statue of Toussaint L'Ouverture. So even our African brothers know our history and study our history, but it's through not knowing our history and who we are as a people that you have situations that took place here in America where Haitians and African Americans are fighting and feuding against each other. They didn't touch on this. In Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, they have a statue dedicated to Haiti because I believe it was over 5,000 Haitians that went to Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, to fight and help America win their freedom. And then when they won their freedom in 1776, they traded on them. So America turned around and traded that back on them. And actually, if it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution in 1779 to 1803, 1804, America wouldn't be as large as it is today. America would be with half the size, because remember, France went into bankruptcy after they won their independence because they didn't have Haiti to control and rule over anymore. So they sold that part of the Louisiana Purchase to America. So the revolution actually spread out America and made them go west, right? When we know about Seaman Boulevard, they talked about that in the movie, and occupation of Haiti, and just some of the things. Anybody have any experiences they want to talk about dealing with Haitian people? Some things we could clear up, misnomers, the voodoo. Come on up, brother. Come talk. Come talk with me. What's your name, brother? You can give a fake name if you want. Don't matter.
All right. Well, everybody calls me Pharaoh. When it comes to Haiti or Haiti, one of the biggest misconceptions is that that Haiti never came back from occupation, but in the 80s, Haiti actually the value of a Haitian dollar was higher than the U.S. That's something that they don't tell you, and that's where Jimmy Carter came in and did like a secondary occupation, and that's where we went down with the whole Pop Doc administration, which is something else that they don't tell you because there's a different side to Haiti's story. It's just that you actually got to go there, and when I say go to Haiti, I'm not talking about like Labadie or the tourist spots. I mean, you actually got to go to Haiti, and it's like by me being Haitian, like I have family there, so it's like I could go to like the real Haiti, and actually like when you get there, is you every single Haitian who goes there and they come back is like when you go home, you realize that's really home because I tell people like we don't understand what poverty is because in Haiti I have a home, it belongs to my bloodline. So like if I like over here you own a home, you don't pay taxes, it gets taken away from you. You go through foreclosure, you go through all these type of things. I have a garden, so when it comes to people saying like, oh, the Haitians starving, like, yeah, we may not be able to eat like Burger King and all this other fancy stuff, but we have a garden, a holistic garden, you know. So it's like we have animals in like we have goats, chickens. We do farming and agriculture. You can actually eat off the land in Haiti. So I think one of the first things that we got to do is.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you, brother. Have you tasted chicken in Haiti and
Yeah. No, all the
how it
food.
tastes here and how it tastes there?
No, well, I'm gonna tell you, all the food is different. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if anything, I'm a food connoisseur. So if you don't season your food, I can't be your friend. You know, bottom line. But it's like when it comes to the food, like you're literally eating from your garden.
Right.
Like that's the thing. There's no preservatives. You're not eating from a frozen package. You're eating from your garden.
Okay.
So
now the life expectancy in Haiti.
Oh,
I know a lot of
yeah.
a lot of people,
No, I'll tell you straight up.
Go ahead.
There's people over 100 in Haiti. Okay. Like when if you see her grandfather looks like he's about like 60. The man got like 20 kids. Been here like since the old days. So it's like that. When it comes down to it, you got to think about what you're putting in your body too. So it's like a lot of the food and stuff that's over here is deteriorating, and even the air kind of tastes different, which is kind of funny because it makes you think about like what's being put into the sky. So you know, like if anything, I'm always gonna say, take the experience. Like don't just do the tours, because like if you actually see Haiti for what it really is, you actually have a true understanding of like your purpose, and then it also makes you come back over here and want to do better. Because it's like one thing I stress to us is that I seriously can't wait for the golden age where us as Black people can actually like rise above again. You know what I'm saying? So. No, that's it.
And I just want to, who else wanted to speak? I just want to throw something, come on, brother. I just want to throw something out there. A lot of people may not notice. I thought they was going to touch on this in the movie, but they didn't. Marcus Garvey was actually very much inspired by the Haitian Revolution. The first Haitian flag in the North was actually red and black. So when you look at the red, black, and green flag, he actually just took it from the first Haitian flag. And Nat Turner was very much inspired. Actually, what he wanted to do was he wanted to start a rebellion and then escape to Haiti, because they said anybody that made it to this island, they will protect your freedom. Okay, you would not be a slave on this island. So Nat Turner's whole mission, that's why the Haitian Revolution is August 19th, 1790 something, and Nat Turner created the rebellion on the same day as the Haitian Revolution. So all those things coincide. And we have to understand that the biggest picture is pan-Africanism around the board. That's the only thing that has worked for us as African people. Me personally, I've come to the ideology, I don't even call myself Haitian anymore. Like a lot of people are like, oh, but you're Haitian. I'm like, I don't even call myself Haitian, I call myself African. I'm a pan-Africanist. You get what I'm saying? When we look at freedom, it comes in unity. So we're separating ourselves with these flags and you know, just because we speak a different language, our oppressors a language, you get what I'm saying? Then we're not practicing true pan-Africanism and we're not being Africans. There you go, brother.
Gotcha. What's going on, guys? My name is Greg. I'm actually born in Haiti. I have an interesting, I guess, storyline because I'm born in Haiti. I came here when I was 6. I joined the military here. I was in the military in the U.S. And I've been back to Haiti a few times. And just like Pharaoh was saying, when you go back to Haiti, whether or not you've been there or not, when you go to Haiti and you come back, you just kind of feel refreshed. When I went back to Haiti for the first time, this was after the military. And funny story, I wanted to go to Haiti after the earthquake, but they didn't let me. I don't know why, but that's another story. But yeah, when I went back to Haiti and I came back to the U.S., I just felt like, wow, everything was just different in Haiti. And like he was saying, everybody says everyone's poor. And yeah, from an American standpoint, but when you go to Haiti, you don't feel poorness because you eat every day. You wake up. Haitians love their coffee. They have coffee every morning. I never felt like I needed something from Haiti because I was always well fed there. And one thing I want to touch on is I come from my career path is technology, and I'm really focused in Haiti and boosting up the technology there as far as teaching young Haitians, and giving them the education opportunity because I was there. My grandfather owns a college. He passed away a few years ago, and now my aunts run it, and so I'm helping them run a college in Haiti, and I was there about 4 years ago. My aunts invited me to be a special guest because I'm pretty successful in my career path, and I got to talk to these young kids. Let me tell you, Haitian kids are smart as hell. They held conversations way above my level that I could understand, and I'm like, you guys are crazy smart. And you guys, for people that aren't indoctrinated into how the Haiti education system is, there's no multiple choice tests. In Haiti, when you go to school and you have to study in school, you have to know what you're learning in Haiti. So these kids come here and they're way above the level of Americans, but we're placed below because we can't speak their language. But we're way smarter than these Americans. Me, my cousins, all of us have the same story. We came here when we were 6, and we could have been put in 2nd grade, but they didn't let us go there because we didn't know English. So just to kind of, give you guys a good perspective, they're really smart kids. There's recently a Haiti Tech Summit that started last year, and they're having it again, this year, and they're having it again next year. Look it up, Haiti Tech Summit. It just started. And I think it's a great opportunity to bring the education back and start getting these kids the opportunities. And there's a nice little story of a Haitian kid who built a robot out of garbage stuff. Like he built a robotic, he built a robotic toy truck out of just garbage dump. So the kind of genius it takes to do that. Like me, I have to buy all the electronics and read the manuals. This kid has no formal education, and he built a garbage truck out of just dumps because, just the intuitivity. So go there, take the trip. If you need to hang out with somebody who's from Haiti, hit me up. And, I got people there. If you guys want to experience the real Haiti, let me know. Yeah. Just meet me on the side. I don't even know my Instagram handle. I don't be on Instagram like that.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
You have to be. Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
Does everyone here speak Creole?
You come over. I can't hear you on the mic. Come over here on the mic.
Okay, so I speak English then. So, are you guys part of who did the movie? Or?
No. I'm a separate.
So the question that I have is, this is a great movie, right? About Haiti. I was born in Haiti.
I can't hear you on the mic though. Come here. Okay.
Right, so I was born in Haiti. I came when I was 7 years old, right? Everyone that came here is part of their history, right? This is a great movie that kind of gives you a background about it. Very nicely done, right? So this movie is being shown today throughout the United States, right? And there was a summary at the end that's what's next, right? So we know in the diaspora of the United States, you have a lot of bright people who truly cares about Haiti, right? You may not have been born there, but what I'm saying is, can we start a conversation towards that, right? Young Haitian or older Haitians, what can we do to help, right? There's a lot of low-hanging fruits of things that we can do within the diaspora. A lot of people that make a lot of noise, they have their own interests. What about people that truly care about their country? What can we do around this area? That's my question.
Self-progression will be number one. That's something we got to focus on. Do for self mentality, right? There was a documentary that recently just came out how they was exposing how Europeans were going to Haiti and Christianizing the people. How they would force them, giving them bags of rice, if they convert to Christianity. So anytime that we leave our freedom or our liberty in the hands of our oppressor, they will use that to manipulate us. So it comes with understanding. My mother may not understand me because it's a age gap. When I was growing up, we wanted to be cool. We wanted to be fly. We didn't want to suffer from the Haitian cat eating stereotypes. So we tried to fit in, and we lost our culture. But it has to come with a level of understanding. The elders, understand what the elders say, because right now I'm raising my kids too. When you walk in the house, kiss the elders. You know what I'm saying? Say bonsoir. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that going, because that's what keeps us who we are. Culture. What you got, brother? Come on.
Just to answer this question for the diaspora, because I kind of like something that I'm thinking about too. And I think the best thing is like how you were saying with the technology. One of the best things that's going to help Haiti is education and technology, because technology is moving. Kind of like I was speaking with her father in Haiti, and I was talking about how there's this big thing called cryptocurrency. And like if only like we were able to understand technology, how it works and maneuver, because like you said, the Haitian kids, like they're if when you go to Haiti and you see these children, it's like you're talking to like little grown people. So
Explain that.
Yeah.
What is that? Explain that.
No, cryptocurrency, because it's like the U.S. dollar is fiat money. So when you really think about it, it's not real money. But when you go into cryptocurrency, it makes it harder for the banks to put taxation and other things on it. But that's something else. But like simple stuff like that, I believe that that Haiti actually needs a whole transformation to get modernized. That's really the issue. Like I'd probably say solar power. Solar power, if anything, I say like the tech summit is really the best thing.
I truly agree with
Yeah.
you, right? So my comment is this, right? For example, in the movie, they talked about generally you see a lot of non-for-profits. Right? They go to Haiti in the name of helping.
Yeah.
If you look at the overhead, generally these people are being well paid. They're not competent, because if they were in the
Yeah.
US, they probably couldn't get paid that money. And they all hang out by the beach.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, we know that, for example, in Haiti, can you say the people are brilliant, they're very smart. How can we, through economics, help them help themselves?
Well, that's
Right,
what I'm.
saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like we have to modernize, because if we're gonna do technology, like right now, the internet is the biggest paying source out there. The internet's defeating companies that are here. You know what I'm saying, in the physical form. So what I'm saying is that like we actually need to push forward the education and modernize them. And if we're gonna bring outside groups, we should go more so into independent groups that belong to us versus the outside. So if anything, because if you really want to know the answer, I would go to Haiti, and I'm about revolution. So you know what I'm saying, like there will be some chaos, because when we go to Haiti, a lot of the issues does come from the high class, because it's like you go to a supermarket in Haiti, some of these prices are way over and only meant to benefit the people who are staying high inside the mountains versus the people staying low.
I agree with you 100%, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this. We know there's a problem.
Yeah,
We all go to school. If there's a problem, there's a solution.
right.
So what you do is you identify what is the problem. Really assess the problem. Once you know the problem, there's a solution.
Yeah, the problem is we're stuck.
So that's what I'm saying, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Haiti is not modernized. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go there, you may have power in some places, you may not. Sometimes you got to work off a generator. Doesn't saying it's something more so like as far as us. Like if you know any high investors, it's better to form a pack and be like, hey guys, let's get together and build something, because white folks did it. That's the story of America. That's the story of many colonized places. So it's like, if anything, we need to get into communication and begin building, because the problem is that the concept of poverty, but I can't give you no direct answer and be like, this is what's going to work, because the reality is that we need to be sped up in the time. We really aren't modernized.
I'm not saying we're going to solve the problem.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is let's start a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So in other words, I'm looking at a big scale. We
Yeah.
have a problem in Haiti. If you look at every aspect, education, healthcare, all these things to me is not an issue of money. Because we have the capacity, we have the intellectual mindset, we fit the diaspora, we have the money
Right.
to help.
That's-
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying we're going to solve the issue. What I'm saying is, people like us here that truly cares about the country, not those people that are going and trying in the name of help, but trying to get their own money. How can us, the silent majority, how can we ourselves collectively
Keep them out.
No, but no. Well,
So we are, but personally, we are the modern slaves.
right. Okay. Okay.
Get
Okay.
ourselves together and then go ahead, sorry.
Personally, I think we make money such a big thing. We need to
Yeah.
go back the way we was raised. How
Yeah.
our families was. They was planting. They was doing things on their own. Yes, technology is a big role, but we came to a point where even in America, we're depending on America, because we
Right.
just depend upon shit and say, fuck this country, we don't need y'all, because the day black people leave, this country is fucked.
Right. But
And that's something that we have to put together and say, you know what, pack our bags You have a house, we finna go plant, we finna go do this, we finna build our own houses, our own schools. We know the
Well,
English.
as long as y'all ready for
We
revolution,
know
it could happen.
So it's like, it's nothing we don't have that we
Yeah.
can't do. We don't need money.
Right.
They make us think we need money. And in reality, the money that we need, they pocketing it. They're getting on
Right.
a plane, coming back to America with it. They don't invest back into
Right,
the country.
and that's the reason why I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if you want to interject real quick.
Come on, Queen, speak up.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Okay.
Why y'all scared of camera?
Yeah.
It's gonna come a time where money ain't gonna matter, your Jordans ain't gonna matter, your Steve Mann shoes ain't gonna matter. They only gonna matter if you can eat them. There's a sinister plan against all black people. Okay, they're killing us with diseases. They're poisoning the food, as we saw in the video with the chicken and the fake rice. We need to get back to agriculture. We need to get back to the sewing, building, all the fundamentals that we can survive off of if something ever happened. Cleaning water, learning how to do all of that. Also, some of y'all might get mad, I don't know, but another thing, you gotta crush religion.
Yeah, I agree.
Got our people,
Yeah.
got our minds in
Yeah.
I'm not saying not to believe in God, but you know, if you look at what the Haitian people did
Religion is already a society in itself.
in
where
itself.
They make you believe you gotta do this for God to listen to you.
But what they have
I mean,
demonized, what they
We got to work up.
Okay.
Right, as I finish, what they have done, they have demonized our ancestors' spirituality. And like they said, we run from, well, I don't run from it. I love it. I embrace it. I love my ancestors. But here in America, blacks run from this spiritualism. And we wonder why we still where we at. When you look at Haiti, just like the white man said, oh, they was making a pact with the devil. No, y'all the devil. Y'all the children in the spawn of Satan. And it's stated in the Bible. And the Bible is what it is, but that came after spiritualism was done first. You know, and we have to get back to our roots. We have to get back to our ancestors, and this is why we're suffering. You know, because it's building confusion, and people are looking at church as a trend. They're not looking at church. It's fashion. It's about this, because you see some church people doing mostly heinous things, but they'll quickly defend, oh, I'm a Christian. That don't mean nothing. It's what's in your heart and what you all about and what you're made up of. And if we could get the people to not be afraid, maybe we could be like Haiti. You know?
Can I say that practice Scientology?
I'm just to the point where I feel like I have a son now, and I thank God every day that my grandma. I'm gonna help you. We always say, me and my best friends always say, we want our children to learn Creole because at some point, Creole is gonna be eliminated. We have a large population of kids our age that still say, my little sisters don't speak Creole, and that upsets me sometimes because I'm like, how you don't know who you are? You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that we have to continue going. Like he said, we were raised. Once you walk in the room, you got to kiss everybody here, whether you like it or not. That we're going away from that. Even when we walk by each other, hi, good morning. We don't even talk to each other as black people, as sisters and brothers.
I just want to say something on that. The destruction of a culture is the destruction of a people. That's number one. If you actually look at the first four letters of the word culture, it spells coat. And a coat is a group of people who think alike, dress alike, and have the same common interests. So anytime we get culturally assimilated, we lose our culture, we lose our values. Because I may say this and people may get upset, but I'm going to say this. When I was growing up in a Haitian household, I never understood African Americans. I've never understood African Americans.
That's because we're raised different.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be 100. I'm being honest. No, I'm being honest. But it's because
There was a Haitian page on Instagram that posted that they were doing like a Guinan. I don't know if you guys know what's the Guinan, but it's like a spiritual ceremony going on. And I asked the guy, and I'm like, okay, if we're so much from Africa, what part of Africa are we from? I even asked my grandma, you 77 years old, you can't tell me where your grandmother came from. You can't tell me where your mama came from as Africans. And we sit down and we say, we need to find out where Haitians came from because we keep hearing they're from Africa, but where?
Well, I don't need to be honest.
I'll hold it for you.
Well, the reference was okay. So in the movie, they make a reference, and like I said, we're best friends. So we've always, it's almost like that when you get woke or whatever, I guess. So it's this pride, like, like I think, like, I sit here and I'm like, to say that we're Haitian, like we come like our direct descendants, like these kings and these queens, and you keep showing me that I'm enslaved and I'm in this and I'm that, but I'm like, why don't you tell me that I I did the revolution, like I didn't take it, I didn't take that slavery or whatever. But my thing is that even growing up, like you say, it was a sense of we're Haitian, we're Haitian. Oh, sorry. It was like, we're Haitian, we're Haitian, we're Haitian. And they put this sort of like you said, like they demonize this spirituality of Africanism. But then they say, oh, like you're a Christian, you're a Catholic. I grew up Catholic, you know what I mean? And things like that. So, they put this thing as like, and it wasn't even like, I didn't even know the term voodoo until recently. It was just voodoo, voodoo, voodoo. So to not connect spiritually, like it was like, it's bad to connect to that spirituality, but good to connect to the Christian spirituality. So where do the European spirituality, how do we get to a place where we can accept not just saying you're African, you're Jamaican, you're Haitian, you're Jamaican, you're Trinidadian, you're this, you're that, like separating all these islands, but just saying, like you're saying, pan-Africanism, and saying like, okay, like we're African, let's get back to like not thinking of voodoo as demonizing, but saying, you had, if you were trying to go to war, you went to Ogun. If you were trying to get pregnant or something, you prayed to Oshun, or you know what I mean? And like learning about these different gods that we pray to, these different queens and kings, and like, traveling back to Haiti. And when you travel back to Haiti, it's not just to see the island, but I was just talking to my best friend about this and sort of making like I don't know, almost like a tour, sort of say, but like a historian tour. Go back to Africa, go back to Benin, where we came from, and see these Toussaint Louverture statues and things of that nature to kind of, like you said, when you go back to Haiti, and I went to Haiti, I was in Haiti in May, there's a certain, when you step foot in that island, there's a certain connectivity.
It's like
your heart, it's like you said, you go home, it's like, you get there and you're like, damn, like you looking at the people walking, and it's like, you feel like you can just go up to the street and just talk to them because you know the language, you know.
And that concept of poor is bullshit. Sorry to curse. Sorry to disrespect any others.
Because we got to get rid of everything. Come on, bro. We got to stop being enslaved in the mind.
Yeah.
And we're constantly enslaved in the mind, whether we want to believe it or not.
Come on, brother.
Huh? I ain't scared. I'm just being honest. In order for us to evolve, we really have to stop being enslaved in the mind, and that's the way we're taught. That's taught to us as we're kids. So once we get away from that, we will evolve. But you guys, the way you get away from that, in all honesty, we may not get it. We got to teach it to our children.
Because our parents are teaching us that. My mom was talking to me about Africanism.
Our parents taught us what they were taught.
Right.
We all came to a country where we've learned we know better.
The thing is, when most of
We
our
have
parents,
that freedom. So as long as we have that, monopolize on it.
The crazy thing is, sorry to cut you off. This is my last word. The sad thing, the crazy thing is, I actually noticed, and I said to myself one day, that Haiti, in all truth, is the only country with its own identity, that speak their own language. Jamaica speaks British, they speak English. Bahamians speak English, they speak. So no other black country in the world right now, other than Africa, can speak to themselves and understand each other. Even when we say about Americans, they be like, oh, you talking about me? What are you saying? But it's like, I wish I could explain to them and say, I wish you knew how to speak like me, because we're all one color, but we all don't connect.
We all should learn the African dialect, though. That should
All
be
of
number
us.
one.
There's too many different African dialects.
Can I say one thing? One thing I've been trying to get
Go
into.
ahead.
Okay, one thing, I'm a teacher, I'm a preschool teacher, but one thing I could say is the main problem is education, because who owns all the school in Haiti? The Catholic churches, the Christian churches, and you can't even go to a school if you don't believe in some kind of religion. I think that is the main problem in Haiti. If you could, because I just have a friend, because he's Pan-African, and he just opened a school. He just opened a school, and with his own money and getting help from other people, for people that don't believe in Christianity and don't describe to the Christianity faith, because that is our problem, is they control that system.
Support that school so we can send money.
Okay, I will get that information.
Definitely want to support that.
I don't want to go on the mic, but somebody mentioned earlier, I grew up Haitian, I was an African American, and all that. Why don't we take a page from the police officers nationwide? If they stop me, can I say, oh, I'm Haitian, I'm not African American?
That's the problem.
It's education.
No, it wasn't to create division with me saying that.
It's there, right? So what I'm saying is, even within us, we say, well, a person is Jamaican. Who was Jamaican?
You can't even hear this.
It's a matter of mindset. It's a matter of language, right? So I'm saying collectively, we could learn from each other. So, we all went to high school here. Say, well, you're Haitian, I'm African American. Get over that. That's my point. We all share something very common. Thank you.
I just want to say this before sorry, I got you. It's coming to you next. The first rule of sociology is, in order to understand a problem, you must see who benefits from the problem, not who suffers from the problem. So when we look at our disunity as African people, when we look at poverty, don't look at who's suffering from the poverty. Look at who's benefiting from us being poor. Look at who's benefiting from us being miseducated. Any problem that we suffer from, black-on-black violence, mass incarceration, miseducation, bad eating habits, look at who's benefiting from those things. So that's the first thing we must understand. Number two, we must understand that in sociology, the family is a social agent to the community, because the family creates the type of children that keeps the community going. If you go back to Africa, you see they teach the warrior kids how to beat the drum, how to make a drum, how to, start fires, et cetera, right? How to maintain that village, right? Because they're creating the type of children that are going to maintain that village. If you look here in America, or throughout the diaspora, we come from a colonized or enslaved mindset, right? So we are now creating more colonized, enslaved children to keep the white society going. If your child is not being raised to be a revolutionary and be educated, you are keeping your child in that system of racism and white supremacy. That's period. When they ended slavery here in America and they couldn't bring more people from Africa, what did they do? They created breeding farms so that Africans will keep on having sex and keep on producing children for this society. And we keep on producing dumb, fashionable children. And that needs to stop. That's number one. That needs to stop. There you go, Queen.
I was just going to say that, one of our problems as blacks collectively nationwide is that we don't read. So everybody was just talking about, how we don't have, a universal connection that connects all of us. It's because we don't read. And I feel like the answers and, all of the information that's out there is in books. People die to put information in books, but we don't read it. So that's why we're enslaved by religion and other types of things. So we have to know our history. We have to learn our history by reading.
So many topics I wanted to hop in. I want to address your question, the gentleman here, your question about, what do we do? So, like I said, I focus on the technology side because that's my strength. And that's what I want everybody else to do. What is your strength? Tap into that strength, share it with your people. Right? I can't go and teach someone how to do agriculture. That's not my strength. My strength is tech. So my bad. Yeah, I'm not used to talking with a mic. So, my strength is technology. So what I did, me and my cousins were starting a nonprofit. And let me tell you, that's hard to do when you tell them, oh, you're doing it for Haiti. I'm telling you that right now. It's not easy, the paperwork. But we've already got everything in motion. I'm starting with the school that my grandfather owned. He died for it. The man literally died for that school. They wanted to buy that school. When the government, when the new election happened, they wanted to buy the school. He said, no, I'm not selling the school. They offered him a nice chunk of money. He said he built that school from the ground up. Collège Mix La Martinière. It's in Haiti. And so after he did that, his daughter, his eldest daughter, my aunt, she was a doctor in Haiti and here. She was a doctor here. She left being a doctor here to go back to Haiti and run that school. And when I go there and I see the condition she's living in as a doctor, she has to live in the school. And that's the sacrifice she made. And when she asked me, can you come and help? That was a no-brainer. So I've started a program where I've bought laptops for the school. What I'm doing is I'm giving her school a competitive advantage because I see how smart the kids are and they don't have any technology curriculum. And these are kids that can learn things in a snap. So I bought laptops, and there's a lot of it's interesting because now it's making me a savvy business person because I have to think about things businesses in America don't. I have to think about security, safety, because, you know, the reality is everyone needs something there. So you can't just put laptops in a school and not lock them up, right? Electricity, I have to find out how to create a way to have electricity flowing. Right now we have a rack. Yeah, solar panels are expensive.
I know, but that's what we shipped over there.
Oh, then I need to talk to you because that's what I've been trying to look for, you know, a good source of electricity. But, you know, my point is tap into your strength. What do you do here in the U.S.? Bring that back to Haiti. Why not? And the organization that we're starting is why.
Diaspora, though.
No, of course, but we have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's and the vision is global. You know, once I get something started here, I'm talking about something that's scalable. Now I've helped one school. How can I help all schools? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, with the exception when you said, well, I'm not an agricultural guy, right?
Right. But I can tap into someone who is.
Precisely, right? Because right now, generally, the people that own power, usually they have 5 PhDs in agriculture and they're doing anything, right? So the thing is your heart, where your heart is. Right?
Yeah.
Once you have that, then you'll find the resource, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what we're missing in my opinion.
Yeah. No. I bought 6 laptops, my own money, no questions asked. I'm shipping those to Haiti. No one has to donate anything. Once we have the organization set up, I'm going to be able to tap into other people's money. But right now, this is me, my cousins, you know, we taking our own money that we make from our jobs to help out because, you know, it's our legacy pretty much. It's our grandfather's legacy.
Do you have any information where people could donate, the viewers out there? Because I have people in South Africa that's watching. I have people around the world that's watching. Do you have any organizations where they can contact you? Because what must be done for the African must be done by the African. We must stop integrating people within our systems because they come in and manipulate and dominate. So I want people to personally get in contact with you so they can donate to you or donate to your organization. Yeah. So if you go ahead and blast that out there.
All right, so you can find me on Facebook, Greg Lindor, Lindor. That's probably the direct way to get to me. Like I said, I don't really Instagram much, so I don't even know my Instagram name, but it's probably the same. But if you look me up, Greg Lindor, my Facebook page is probably public. Just reach out to me, tell me, you know, what you want to help with, because right now it's the logistics. Getting things to Haiti is not that easy. Mostly it's shipping cargo, and then on the other end you have to make sure you have someone you can trust. So
Like that, we could
yeah.
Like you said, we can't fix this overnight.
No.
But
Yep.
a committee, an agenda has to be to say, you
Yeah.
know what? Next summer, we're going as a team. We
Yeah.
need psychologists.
And
we
that's-
need
yeah.
teachers. We need preschool teachers. We need books. Who's bringing notebooks? Who's bringing pens?
Yeah.
And we make that a 200 tour group that helps at that one time where it's so strong where we could be gone for 3 more months and they still surviving off what we brought to them.
Yeah, perfect.
No,
Yeah.
oh my God, you know, this person gonna run off with your money. This person gonna run off with your laptop. Be there. Hey, if they have to depend on no technology, that's what they have. That's what they're used to anyway.
Right.
And we're in a point where, like I said, in America, we so dependent on technology. We didn't have power for 2 weeks. We was about to go crazy. And I'm like, I went to Haiti.
I'm sorry, brother. I know you've been waiting for a minute. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, man. I'm enjoying
I
this.
said to myself, I went to Haiti. I was like this all night. I even cried because I'm like, Lord, I'm so ungrateful. Like, these people go through this shit every day. Every day.
You have something you want to say, right?
Every day.
Come
Come on up.
If it was easy, it would have been done already, right? So
Yeah, it's not.
that's kind of what you're saying.
It's not.
I'm sure there's 20 other guys throughout the U.S. that are Haitian just trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But their motives are not right, though.
Yeah,
Their motives are
you
not
have
right.
to understand the motivation for people.
How do we, it's not easy, right? And my question is,
networking program so we can all connect.
That's what I was gonna touch up on next. We have to utilize. We got to utilize what we know here. Like everybody wants to dismiss what we've learned here.
But with you, as an older Haitian person, I realized too, our parents didn't teach us that.
Correct.
They came to America, they're like, oh.
Yeah, they wanted to conform. That's the thing. They wanted to conform.
To take care of everybody in Haiti.
Yeah.
Nobody did nothing. They didn't build no houses. They didn't build no businesses. So it's like, at what point do we stop enabling these people into their own poverty? We have to be the one to put our foot down and be like, no, you're gonna run this business because if you run it, it feeds this family.
Yeah.
And stop telling them, oh yeah, I'm in America. Here, here.
I'm gonna add to that, and the reason why they thought like that is because they seen how Haiti was. Now, especially I'm first generation Haitian American, so you feel me. So me and my twin was the only ones that's born here,
I mean the term Haitian American, you feel me? But you gotta understand what our parents went through. They left Haiti and like, you know what? We're gonna come over here, make what we gotta make sure these kids, grow right and be better than we was over there. It's gonna take us, the new Haitians that's, born here or that came up over here to go help Haiti. It's gonna take us. It's gonna take us. Now, you have Haitians here, you have Haitians in Boston, New York, everywhere. Some way, somehow, we gotta get together and do what we gotta do over there.
Yeah, but I
Now-
want us to think, like you said, to skip where they was at. We also have to remind ourselves too. Like he said, his auntie was a doctor. We had judges, lawyers.
I understand
all
that.
these successful people in our families too. So we can't keep the concept of they were escaping a problem. No, they wanted a way out. They got out because their leader let the country go.
Well, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
It's still happening. Don't even let me get into the government, because don't even let me get into the government. They didn't. Basically it's America's picking their leaders. A puppet.
Like they said in the movie,
But as my sister was saying about we're not reading, honestly, yeah, that's true. We're not reading. But
We're not reading the right stuff.
we're not reading the right stuff, but I think there's plenty of smart scholars out there that when they put up videos on YouTubes and stuff like that, for people that don't like to read, like me, I learn from them. And when they come out with stuff, and that makes me go do my own research. And when I do my research and I find out, you know what, they're 100 with it, that's how it spreads. So I'm not going to say it's one of a million. Which is true. But then yet, that's the good thing about internet. They didn't teach us none of this in school. Like, for me to find out that Haiti was the first free black country, wasn't for no book or no school or none of that. It was for my brother. He the one that came and told me, oh, you know who was the free first black? I'm looking at him like, what you talking about?
Where did he learn it?
Huh?
Where did he learn it?
He went by himself. He did his own research, I guess. Or, I'm not even going to say book, but, which is true. My parents, they didn't, I'm pretty sure my parents knew it.
It's a true saying. We don't like to read.
But I'm saying now we're in a new age now.
No, we grew up in a time when it wasn't forced. As much
Exactly.
as try to force it down our throat, we had kids would say, "Oh, they're gonna call police," because they felt like you coming at me too strong. In Haiti, you had no choice but to sit up on a light pole by a candle to read, to go to school the next day, because the teacher was beating you.
Okay, well, right now,
Like we do, we instill that in them. We teach them the history that we know.
It's accessible to them in their phone.
exactly.
So I give you like a basic thing, right? So if you were born here and you have kids, take them to Haiti.
Exactly.
You know why? I give you an example, right? If you ever gone to Haiti, you come back, you think you have a kind of stress or kind of thing. You come back and say, I don't have any stress at all.
I appreciate it,
It
man.
means something to you, right? So that's my point.
The perspective,
Just like you said, they eat 5 times a day.
I get you.
I ain't gonna lie, when I go there, I eat.
I don't even eat sometimes.
Right now, the
I
problem
eat,
we have
but
in
I give them the money,
Haiti,
man.
low-hanging fruit.
I'm sorry, man. What about brother?
Right? It's a solvable problem. My frustration is togetherness. It's solvable. That's all.
I'm gonna say this: the one problem that we all face throughout the diaspora is racism, and the problem is a lot of us don't understand racism, right? That's colorism. That's colorism. No. That's colorism. That's colorism. That's colorism. That's colorism. That's a total difference.
It's the wording. You gotta know how to say certain things. Like he said, it's colorism.
It's colorism.
As a person.
And you gotta understand, even though Haiti was the first republic and they freed themselves physically, they didn't free themselves mentally. Because I cannot still be wearing no red and blue flag, you get what I'm saying? And they hold French up to be the proper language. You get what I'm saying? So even though we freed ourselves, you get what I'm saying, mentally, we still enslaved. We still enslaved mentally. You know what I'm saying? We freed ourselves physically. So that's what we have to understand. A lot of us, like the queen over here said, we need psychological help. You know what I'm saying? We really need psychological help. Because for us to be the majority throughout the world, right, the biggest population, right, and Europeans be 10% of the world population, for them to rule over us, our minds have to be backwards. Our minds have to be backwards. We have to love everything that destroys us and hate everything that betters us. And that's a form of psychology. That's a real form of psychology. So a lot of people may not understand racism, right? Racism, why we have a race in the first place, right? What is a race? A race is a competition, right? A competition, right? So you have the black race, the white race, the Asian race, and they're all competing against one another. This is why they say race. It's a race. What's your race? Because it's a competition. Racism is when somebody's able to cheat within that race. You get what I'm saying? It's a made-up concept. But you have to understand it, though, because a lot of people think they mistake it for prejudice. Oh, you don't like white people. Or you don't listen. No. I don't have the power to affect white people. You get what I'm saying? So that's not racism. That's just prejudice. That's a prejudged notion of someone. You get what I'm saying? So it's the definitions that we don't understand and the definitions that we give ourselves that what lowers us down as a people. Yeah, no, of course, black people can be racist. Well, Queen, I'm sorry. Come. Come. Let me usher you in. Come on. You give a fake name if you want. It doesn't matter.
Well, do I have to talk to this? My name is Natasha Zamor, and I'm just listening to everybody, and from the history of Haiti, of how Haiti affected other country. Haiti affected countries also on the other continent. The Mau Mau in Kenya, their fight was literally mirrored on Haitians' revolution, but we don't know about that. You won't learn it in the books because they will hide it from you in the books. So there is different ways, different medium that we have to go and focus on in order to get our information. How do we keep our culture? At the same time, you don't want it to stay only Haitian, because when I'm hearing we got to bring it back to Haiti, what you're doing, exactly what they want. Right. You're separating everybody. What you need to do is learn about, yes, the culture that you have in Haiti, also go further than that, because there is a thread that is common to all of us. In Africa, there wasn't no Kenyan, Congolese, South African. No, it was the Bantu. It was the Bantu nation. The Europeans came and they decided, oh, let me separate this, let me keep this one and keep this one. And then we started separating each other, but the common thread is still there. Mm-hmm. This is what we have to start looking for. It is our responsibility to look deeper. Don't wait for them to teach you. Don't look in the books. We ourselves put stuff in the books to try to mix them up. I teach a traditional dance, a tribal dance from Kenya. There is no way in hell, if you go on the internet or if you go in books, that you will find the true information about it, because the teaching in it is so deep. It is so rooted into women's health and wellness. We don't want it out there to be corrupted. Twerking, it's from Baikoko and Mapuka. Those are very well-respected dances, but once they tried to make it mainstream, it got perverted. So a lot of the history, a lot of the information, you will not find in those books. That's where it's important to keep the thread also.
Do you have a dance studio? You don't shout that
Yes, yes, I do.
I got a daughter.
Yes, I do. I do. It's actually, I have my own company.
You get the information online too, so they can sort of follow people out there.
Right
Okay.
now, nobody don't carry cards. Go ahead and
Okay.
social media.
My company is Tampa Bay Afrofit, where we teach about health and wellness. Chakacha, which is going to be a little bit separate from Tampa Bay Afrofit, is a traditional dance from Kenya. I also teach Haitian folklore, not the performance dance, because we have it all mixed up with the Dunham technique, to the point that it's so watered down that people see other people doing arabesque and they think like, ooh, this is Haitian folk. No, it's not. Haitian folk is much more deeper than that, and it's much more simple than that. But you have to understand where it comes from. You have to understand all the loi that you dance for.
Wow.
The spirit. Can I say one thing? Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
So,
Afrofit, Tampa Bay Afrofit.
so recently I went to Carnival, right? And I was standing out there from probably 11 a.m. to like 11 at night. And I was asking people questions. Do you actually know what you're out here for? And a lot of people did not know that Carnival is a voodoo celebration. This is why you have the Moko Jumbi, the tall people that walk on the stilts. They're the ancestors walking over you. And this is why the moves are so sexual and so jivey. And they're out there, they don't even know what they're celebrating. So we got to get back to the...
It's something you can actually get the core to it more
Orleans. I hear the experience there is way different. I've never been to New Orleans, but I hear the carnival is true to the roots. I don't know if anybody's been out there, or if that's something anybody can chime in.
Are you referring to Mardi Gras? Mardi Gras?
And a lot of the culture in New Orleans is based on the Haitian culture because a lot of the free people from Haiti went into.
Been Americanized, or do they stay true to the?
To be honest, a lot of that stuff you have to be initiated in, like to be a mambo, a giddy, and all of that. You have to be initiated, so it's a lot of secrets. And the sad, I mean, you got the white people taking over the culture. You got a lot of voodoo mambos that are Caucasian running around in New Orleans.
They still have like second line in New Orleans, right? They still have like second line because I was there in January and I went to a second line and I was like,
Well,
you know,
I haven't
a lot
been
of.
there for many years, but I know that the culture is deep rooted among the people because even within the language of the American language in New Orleans, they speak Creole and they speak French. Even some of the dishes are Creole or French. You know, they try to separate. And
Well, if you actually break down Creole, Creole just means mix. Yeah, that's all Creole means. You get what I'm saying?
I wanted to say something.
Sorry, Queen.
Like she was saying about naming the different countries in Africa when we was one people. It's the same thing with the race issue. There was no race. It was actually two races of people on this planet. It was hue, HUE-man, which are the people of color, and melanin. You got different tones of melanin. You got red, brown, black, and you have yellow. And then you had the Caucasian race. So they split us all up and they caused division among us. You know, so the thing is, what she was saying, you have to go back to your roots. And a lot of this is not going to be in books because it's a lot of secrets. And just like he spoke of, you have elderly people. And I had a friend that went to Haiti. She's Black American. She's a Mambo. She has a very strong connection to Haiti. And she said the same thing. It's like when her feet touch the ground. She spoke of all the elderly people, how old they are. These are the people with the stories, with the histories, with the secrets. You have to get to these people, get notebooks and recorders, and you can't let these people go because, like he said, the children don't know anything. And they're doing this all over the world where they're getting the children, educating them, giving them the technology and all of it, and then the children don't know anything of their ancestors. They don't know the ground, how to work the ground. So when those elders die, the government get their land back. The children, when they come back to visit, they don't want nothing to do with that because they've been westernized. And another thing I want to say before I give up the mic is this music that we're supporting is killing our people. There's some kind of spiritualism, some kind of magic, something they're doing with this music. Okay? And these people are listening, our children are listening to this music. And their materialism, that's all it is. And doing drugs. Who listens to a song about Percocet, Molly Percocet? I was disgusted by that. You know, and when you look at the first beginners of rap and hip hop, it was a message. It was positive. You know, like Arrested Development. You could pull up one of their videos and it look like it was made last week. You know, all of them are out of business. Why? Because that beast that went in, and he studied the music, and it's always the children that started the riots. When they had the riots of the civil fights or whatever back in the 60s, even with Rodney King, they actually went and studied the music of the children. Even the riots that was in Baltimore, the children started those riots. You know, so
That'll bring me to something that's very.
I'm so sorry. Everybody wants to know what this is going to be viewed at. My YouTube page is Brother Hassan, THA Hassan, HASSAN, Brother Hassan, and you can find me on Instagram under Brother Hassan as well. Huh? I'm African. I'm a Pan-African. Brother Hassan. It's not going to be. It's going to be THAN at the end. So Brother and Hassan. Yeah, HASSAN, Hassan.
What I wanted to say is when it comes to music, this is one of the reasons why, how many of you actually understand the drums?
I was in the band, so yeah.
You know, how many of you know how the drums communicate? How many of you know how the drums can make a dancer go and how the drummer catches the dancer's feet. We don't teach those things to our kids anymore. And why is it that they try to make the drum so vilified? It's because they could never understand it. The drums were our first language. This is how we communicated. What do you do in warfare? You cut the communication, you poison the water, you cut the supply. So cut their communication. So when we came here, that's the first thing they wanted to just eliminate is the drum, because that was our way of communicating. That is our common thread, and that is something that will have you vibrate from here. Exactly, and that connects you exactly to that, your ancestors, and that's mighty powerful.
But you made a reference to saying that, you know, you have to make sure what Loa you're praying to or whatever the case may be, right? And like nowadays, you know, like I said before, with this whole like voodoo thing, it's almost like demonizing. So, you know, there are people who practice voodoo that's not for the greater good. So if you want to connect to your spirituality, how do I know? Like, how do I know who's the person I go to? That's not voodoo. That's not voodoo. But how do I know who those are?
I can add to that too.
No, but how do I know?
Because it's just like,
how do I know who to connect to?
that's true.
That really understands that.
See,
So I can say, you know what, this is who I'm really connected
they'll
to.
demonize voodoo. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is whenever you're speaking to God, your intentions is what brings out what you're trying to manifest. So even if they tell you Ezili Danto is like the biggest, worst spiritual God in the world, how you make your request to her, that's what she's on assignment for. But they still...
This thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I go to her, she understands, like, the spirituality and things like that. She may have learned it from someone who's, like, you know, like demonizing. You get what I'm saying?
But
like, how do I connect with that?
This is the thing in general. We
Spirituality,
don't,
like you said, that's
in spirituality, in spirituality, in business, in education, in IT, in healthcare, in anything that affects us, we don't know how to network. We lose our information and we don't connect amongst each other. So if, let's say, me, I got it from my grandmother. All the knowledge, everything, I got it from my grandmother. My goal now, my mission, is to transmit it. It doesn't have to be my daughter. It can be somebody else. But we have not been taught to do this. We don't trust each other. We don't network with each other. So therefore, we don't teach each other and we lose it. So I say, how do you get to know how to, do this? You have to go at one point with your heart, and you have to know when it's right and when it's wrong. If somebody takes something and wants to do something wrong with it, it is not voodoo. It's sorcery. It's not voodoo. It's witchcraft.
And a lot of times we do know. Let me say that, brother. A lot of times we do know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these queens out here have been in some horrible relationships. And you said from day one, I should have left that Negro alone when I first started dealing with him. So a lot of times we know because the spirit is there. You get what I'm saying? Even, I'll give you a prime example. I was reading this book by Joyce DeGruy, and she said in the book that she was having dinner with a few of her white colleagues, and they've been working together for 20 years, and one of the guys wanted to go use the restroom, and then one of the white guys said, I can't stand him. And she's like, but y'all been working together for 20 years. How can y'all be amongst each other and y'all don't even like each other? She's like, the problem is European culture is not about that. You get what I'm saying? It's not about connection. That's why they handshake like this. You get what I'm saying? Us is about a brace. It's like, what's up, brother? How you feeling? Ours is about that connection. So we know, but sometimes we like to, there's stuff from cognitive distance that pushes to the back. We know when somebody not good. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes we like to play with it and don't listen to it. And then when something happens to us, we be mad about the situation. And you have to understand what the word nice means, right? When you actually look up the word nice in Latin, it means foolish, ignorant, stupid. So when we say, man, I was too nice, you was too foolish, you was too ignorant, and you was too stupid. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand these things, and we are all divine. I just want to pass this bottle around, right? Because this is what we were before slavery, right? And in order to make a good slave, you have to dump this water out and then put what you want to put in this. So we are all this bottle of water. You get what I'm saying? From the beginning of slavery to the middle of slavery to the end of slavery. And now they're able to put in whatever they want to instill in us. And we have to refill ourselves with our own, you know what I'm saying, knowledge of self. And there you go, Queen. Finish up. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoever wants to.
I'm going to add to what the sister said about the voodoo thing, the bad and the good. I mean, it's our religion. Even with Christianity. People will pray for your downfall. You know, so, yeah, they'll come to you and be like, oh, yeah, voodoo is bad, voodoo is bad. Okay, but is voodoo bad, then these folks, these Pan-Africans that was in Haiti, that went back to what they all know, helped them get free, it's not bad to me. So why would I say it's bad? And honestly, I figured that voodoo was not bad until I went to Mexico. Now, when you go to Mexico, you see skull heads everywhere. Growing up, I was scared of skull heads. I went to Mexico. I went to the Chichen Itza. Beautiful place to go. If y'all have never been there, go there. I mean, I go over there, and the dude was, basically telling me about their history. They wasn't called Mexicans. They was called Mayan people, Aztecs, something like that. So I asked the question. I said, yo, what's up with all these skull heads? Then he broke it down, whatever. But the main thing I got out of it was these Europeans came over here and said, you know what? I see skull heads. These folks worship the devil. So we're going to say, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're worshiping the devil. But they never, not once, even asked those people, why do y'all have the skull heads for? Right there, I said, you know what? That's the same thing they said about voodoo. So why would I say voodoo is bad and that helped my peoples get free? So that's why I say it goes everywhere. People will pray for your downfall. Hardcore Christians. Shoot, look at that dude from Houston the other day when the Houston people was, yeah. He a full-blood Christian, right? So-called, whatever. Ain't want nobody to be inside his church.
What kind of steered me
So that's why I was like, you know what? I give up with relationship, man.
How I
That's
see
religion.
how we have a large population of black people. I'm speaking of black people that are sick with cancer. And I'm like, you've gone to church your whole life and you can't deliver yourself out of this sickness. This Bible y'all read tells you God delivered y'all from sickness with no doctors, no nothing. So I even started steering my way from medicine over the counter. Once I catch a cold, call grandma. She teaches me, go get this leaf, go get that. And I'm cured.
What's the difference between poison and medicine? Nothing.
No difference. Medicine is suppressing it. Medicine.
If you take too much.
Dosage.
So that's the word pharmacy. Means poison because the English language is babble. Like it's not a real language.
My father even told me, he said, those over-the-counter medicine are never to cure you. They're just to suppress the medicine, to make you think.
What do they do? They have a bunch of people, a bunch of researchers. What do? They go to those countries. They go and they research. Those medicine that your grandma or whoever is teaching how to do, they take it exactly, and they know exactly what it's for and how to turn it around. How much dosage is going to be therapeutic, and when you go overboard, what's going to kill you, and when you go to that part, that's what's going to keep you subservient. So that's what they play on. That's what keeps you dependent on it. So they will take what you have, your knowledge, and they will turn it against you. So.
Brother, nice meeting you, brother.
Appreciate
Guys,
that.
take care, man.
At the end of the day, we need to network. That's what it is.
Definitely, network is number one. My brother, come on up here. You African American, right? Or African living in America? Come on up here. You had asked me a question. Go ahead. We support all black businesses.
Everybody, good evening. If you guys could follow Many Hands International, it's my brother foundation. It's called Many Hands International. If you guys find it, y'all can see what he's doing, and he's really helping the country in Haiti. So please follow that, all right? Thank you, guys. Good evening.
All right, peace. Come on up, brother. So you're African living in America, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so go ahead. Well, what's your name? You give a fake name if you want. Don't matter.
That's what it is. My name is Alonzo, originally from North Carolina. I guess I'm going to touch on the voodoo because being an African American and growing up in an extremely African American conservative Christian family, we are taught that that voodoo is actually evil and to be scared of it. But which is interesting, in South Carolina we have people called Geechees, which is they actually practice something similar to voodoo, and like sometimes that people they'll say that people put curses on people, and you have to go down to the Geechees or whatever to get the Geechee priest or whatever. They take whatever curses put off, whatever they'll take whatever curse and take it off of you. But even though I'm an African American, we all came on the same ship. What I'm saying, we're cousins. You know, some of us get off of the islands, and some of us came to the mainland.
I ain't your cousin. I'm your brother. I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? And you're not an African American. You're an African living in America. You know what I'm saying? Because an American is a colonizer, a rapist, a murderer, a imperialist. We ain't that. We came here forcefully. You know what I'm saying? So I like to correct myself. I ain't African American. I'm an African living in America. You know what I'm saying? Any questions or anything you want to bring up about the differences in culture and just anything, brother? Go ahead.
I've been down in South Florida for 4 or 5 years. Actually, I have a lot of respect for the Haitians because y'all the first people who actually weren't scared to deal with Caucasians the way they should be dealt with. As an African American, I have a lot of friends who want to negotiate, and I definitely respect. Sometimes you just can't negotiate with certain people, and I do negotiations for a living, and sometimes that just can't happen. So I hope that the spirit of the Haitians of sometimes we can't negotiate with our enemies. Sometimes we just have to deal with them. I hope that spreads to other African Americans to stop being scared to deal with their oppressors. That's what I'm going to do.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a violent way, even though sometimes things have to pop off and go the way it go, right? We want to make sure we clear about that. But but it also has to come in a unity way where we able to stop. See, one thing I like about Farrakhan, even though he can be controversial at times, he did the Million Man March. If any of y'all are old enough to remember, he did the Million Man March on a Monday because he wanted to show what a million black men calling out of work will look like. And you know what I'm saying? That's unity. That's power. The last one that just happened, they ain't even show it on any news network. We didn't even know it was on TV. We had to watch it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They blocked it out. So we have to understand that unity is power. And when we unite, like the flag says, union viva la force, when we come together and just stop with the labels, everything will be all right. Everything. This your queen over here? Oh, my bad. I don't want to blow your spot up. I don't know if you're here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for anybody else want to? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on. You got warrants? Brother? Let me know.
You spoke briefly about unity, and we have to understand what was done to us purposefully to separate and divide us. I'm sure you all are familiar with Willie Lynch, and if you're not, that was a very popular slave plantation, owner. He was very good. He had the most cruel tactics on how to break and separate us, pit the old against the young, pit the light skin against the black, dark skin, the colorism, so we have to not forget that and keep that in the forefront of our minds so we can purposefully reverse what was done, and come back together, so keeping that, in our minds consciously, let's build that family back. I'm not Haitian. I'm, as you coined the phrase, African in America. But I do relate to those people as I struggle to, gain back what culture was taken from me. That's what brought me here. I don't want us to miss this opportunity here. I didn't come to be entertained by a film. I came to network with like-minded individuals. So if we can all share information, we have to keep ourselves accountable. Everybody talks that talk, we come, we meet, we hoorah, hoorah, and then we let that energy dissipate. So I want us to hold each other accountable. I call you, you call me, hey, can we keep this wave going and build upon it? So I think it was a good opportunity for like-minded people to meet. I don't think we're here by accident. I think everybody's here for a reason. So this could be like a small nucleus. We got a brother in tech. He got people on the ground in Haiti. I think that's what the older Haitian gentleman was kind of trying to say, but he didn't really emphasize. We could all, make this the start of something and then let it grow from there. So.
Now, one thing I want to say is, come on, brother. You ain't got no words. Come on. I just want to say, I actually think this is one of the most important things that we need to do, because it's by us coming together and actually having communication. That's one of the, when he was talking about Willie Lynch, it's called the Speech of 1812. If you look it up, one of the greatest forms to destroy people, and also a technique for war, is to destroy the lines of communication. So if anything, we need to do more of this, just like you said, we should make sure that we keep in contact, and just for regular conversations, because I personally, I have a theory that every person of color who suffered who suffered their land being colonized has PTSD and they don't even know it, and it's a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? Because just like how like together us talking, we're saying like, oh, we don't really want to say, what's up to each other, this and that. We got all these things when in reality, by sitting down talking, we begin to cure ourselves. So, like if anything, what was going on here, that's actually the foundation for us moving forward. Like we need to communicate more like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to say something?
I know the young lady here is really stressing the importance of. The young lady here was stressing the importance of reading, and I take that really seriously. I'm an avid reader. My daughters, avid readers. So I just kind of want to give a shout out. Read The Art of War, Sun Tzu. Read The Color Complex, because I know a gentleman that you corrected a gentleman between racism and colorism. The Color Complex is a book that kind of breaks it down really good, and it was actually pretty mind opening because it broke it down into pretty much every region of the world has the problem that we have. Like America doesn't have the only colorism problem. Black Americans don't have that problem.
But it's created by America though.
Was it?
It was.
It seems to go back to because Brazilians have it, and it's really violent in Brazil. Light Brazilians, dark Brazilians, they kill each other for that color class. So it's those two books are really good books. I read a lot of other books, mostly about building wealth within your own community. One I started recently was Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice. So. That's another good book. So, yeah. Boyce Walk. Yeah, I follow him on Twitter.
One thing I want to say about wealth is that wealth creation is always good, but how can you defend wealth? Because we can create another Tulsa, Oklahoma, but if they're able to burn it down and to raid it, then it's going to be useless. So we must understand that defense is number one. And if we're going to be in the system, we got to defend our women and we got to defend ourselves. So creating wealth is cool, but then we also have to defend our wealth as well. Anybody else, as the room clears out? Anybody want to say anything else? Nothing?
How Tulsa physically burned down, but nothing, I don't know, like what became of Tulsa? Because I know now there's like a new Tulsa foundation.
Yeah, there's a new Tulsa. So what happened was supposedly a white lady was touched by a black boy in the elevator. And then that started a race riot. And so they actually, what's funny, a lot of people don't know that was the first city to be bombed from the air here in America, right? But then here's how the ancestors worked. Years later, the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing was done by Timothy McVeigh, a white boy. You get what I'm saying? Bombed the shit out of that federal building. So we have to understand that the ancestors are always working, sometime in our favor, sometime against us if we not, withholding and honoring them as a people. You get what I'm saying?
Aspect of the city, but what happened to the wealth and the information about the wealth? Like it didn't sustain.
One thing I noticed about any insurrection that happened here in America, it was somewhat silenced in a way. You know what I'm saying? Every time people were lynched, African Americans or Africans living in America wouldn't even talk about it. Like for me, I'm a slave movie junkie. Like I watch those movies all day because, peace, brother, peace. Because it's the psychology that I want to understand. You know what I'm saying? How can, as an African woman, you be raped by a slave master and then you never talk about it? Like, remember, these women used to come out of barnyards and just with a straight face. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that Africans here in America endured, they never talked about. It just went underground. Like, boom, we done dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that our brothers and sisters, all of us actually, are informed, psychologically damaged, and we got to rebuild from that. So to answer your question, it just went underground. Nobody never talked about it. It just went. Now they just put up a marker, given that that history, like, oh yeah, this is what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But matter of fact, there's a group called the Gap Band, right? And their most famous song is "You Dropped a Bomb on Me, Baby," and they're actually from Tulsa, Oklahoma. You get what I'm saying? And they're actually singing about how that situation happened. So, anybody else? Nothing else? Okay, well, I think that's going to be it, family, for today. This was the 1804 viewing, Hidden History of Haiti. Peace and love, Black family.